which takes us to Scotland, and the you have to hand it to Humza Yousaf, right? There's not many people can actually do this. Just as the entire government bond system is collapsing, Humza decides, I know what we'll do. We're going to issue government bonds from the Scottish government, which doesn't have a central bank and can't print funds. But we're going to issue these bonds, and they've been called kilts because it's a play on the word gilts, which is UK government bonds. And basically, this is a non-entity. This is a headline for the conference, but it just shows that they're only able to come up with ideas that are already being seen to fail. There are no ideas of anything positive coming from the SNP or the Scottish government at all.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Brilliant, David. And look, on Friday, I was talking about the fact that the European Central Bank has decided to proceed on the next phase of the Digital Euro project, as they're calling it. This is the European Central Bank digital currency. I just want to briefly mention that Reuters has published an opinion piece on this, time for central bank digital currencies to prove their worth. And they're saying, they're making the point that a few countries have introduced central bank digital currencies. China is trialing a prototype. India is gearing up for a pilot, but that the Europeans are moving ahead faster than everybody else. And they're also making the point that in Nigeria, for example, where this has actually been rolled out, it's not extreme. In fact, it's not only not popular, it's extremely unpopular. And the Nigerians seeing protests on it. But Mark, this brings us to the United States, and welcome to the program, Mastercard. What are they up to with their CBDCs?
Well, yeah, this is just a miscellaneous item for today. And I'm glad you brought this up, Mike, so we can kind of commingle what we're talking about here. Mastercard, the second largest payment processing corporation nationwide, or worldwide, has announced the successful completion of a pilot program that enabled central bank digital currencies to be tokenized, wrapped onto different blockchains, giving customers a way to participate in commerce across multiple blockchains with increased security and ease. So they're really marketing this here. The solution was created as part of a research project being conducted by the Reserve Bank of Australia and the Digital Finance Corporation Research Center that is exploring the potential cases or usage cases for central bank digital currencies in Australia, according to Mastercard. This is just one of many examples, as we're hearing, that all over the place, and especially in about the last 4 to 6 weeks, all of a sudden we're seeing an explosion of headlines that see central bank digital currencies are being given a serious look. They're doing these trial runs, trial balloons, and all these different ways to kind of sell and promote the idea. But as you mentioned, Mike, when reality comes into focus, like in Nigeria, it's not necessarily going to be people friendly. So we got to keep an eye on this, especially given the denials by the Federal Reserve System that the Fed Now ultra-fast payment system has nothing to do, they say, with bringing central bank digital currencies here to the States. But I beg to differ. I'm seeing increased evidence that they do maybe commingle. Maybe they're not the exact same thing, but they need one another, Fed Now and central bank digital currencies, in order to work in the States. So we're right on the cusp of this, and it deserves very close scrutiny.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Mark. Okay. Let's come. Let's just say this: if you like what the UK column's doing, and you would like to help us, please head over to community.ukcolumn.org. There are options to help us out there. You can pick something up at the UK Column shop, but please do share anything you find on the various platforms, and especially ukcolumn.org and ukcolumnextracts.co.uk. And Mark, we have a new article from you on the pandemic treaty.
Yeah, thanks, Mike, for posting this. UN moves to advance pandemic treaty and regulations, signaling urgent need for public intervention. Yeah, the long and the short of it here is that while we're focused on justifiably so, while we're focused on what's going on in Gaza and Israel and other key issues, what's moving steadily is the move toward a world pandemic treaty and the international health regulations, pretty relentlessly, really. And this gives readers not only pretty much the full story, but a lot of key options that they can exercise to intervene or get involved and make their voices known. And I'll be talking about other ways people can get their voices known in subsequent editions of UK Column News.
Okay, thank you, Mark. And a final reminder, or another reminder, that the 5G Exposé videos are up now. That the live stream, the full live stream, was up until this point, but over the weekend we got the individual videos separated out. So please have a look at those, share them as widely as you possibly can. This is an important topic, and we need to get some serious discussion on it. Okay, let's